Eto me, kako ste se dobre sem da jeste spremni za novu avanturu. Dobrodošli u epizodu 9 Hogwarts Legacy. Prošla epizoda je bila jako zanimljiva i nadam se da vam se svidjela. Vidjet ćemo šta nas čeka u ovoj. Ja ne bih puno da dužim, pa hajde da počnemo. Evo nas tamo gdje smo i završili prošlu epizodu. Naš mali prijatelj čisti našu prostoriju. Ovo nam je... Aha, složiš 5 minuta. Nisam znala da kad izađemo iz igrice da se nasve tek kasnije. Dobro, ima malo smisla. Ništa, idemo da naučimo i sljedeći spel koji nam je ostao.
I'm ready for the next lesson, Professor.
Very well. First, you'll need to gather some moonstone. You can acquire it by vanishing items here in the room of requirement, or you can gather it carefully outside of the Hogwarts grounds. Return to me once you've gathered enough, and we shall begin the lesson.
I have the moonstone you requested, Professor.
Good. Then we may begin your lesson. You can conjure more than potions and herbology tables. Conjuration can be used to decorate this space to your liking. Why don't you try it on the walls and floor?
Slike sam ukrala s onog zida i postavila ovdje. Ovdje ćemo da postavimo ovu. Ovdje ćemo ovu. Tu ćemo da postavimo tu. Ups. To nije trebalo da se desi. To je to. Sjajno. Znači tako. A floor decoration. Postavim neki tepih. Ovo nije loš. Tu negdje da ga stavim, da ga ćušam. Ovdje pored nje da ju sije. Mogla bi ovako da stavim tu jednu stolicu. Drugu da stavim tu. I ovaj sto taman.
Good work. Shall we move on?
Evo ga, to je to. Baš lepo izgleda.
I've conjured everything I can. What's next, Professor?
I think you're ready to take on alteration. The altering spell will allow you to customize any conjured item.
Opet imamo neki novi spell. Op. To je to. Ok, sad bi trebalo da promenim boju, valjda koliko sam ja skapirala, na onome što je... Ajde probamo ovdje. Ja mogu da promenim boju ovoga, da li je moguće? Wow, ovo nisam očekivala. Da li je moguće? Ajde plavo. Wow. Ovo ću sad da stavim plavo. I pod ću da stavim plavo. Tadam. Sad ću sve da stavim u plavo. Sad sam stavila u plavo i baš mi se sviđa, moram da priznam. Pogledajte koliko stolicu sam stavila ovdje. Ovo ćemo da stavimo. Nego bude plava.
Nicely done. Now you're ready for something a little more advanced.
Ajde promenimo drugu. Wow. Plavo, može.
Your space might benefit from a bit of ambience, don't you
Kako
think?
lijepo izgleda.
Would you mind?
Wow.
Of course, Professor Weasley. Professor Weasley showed Deke this bit of magic some...
Professor Weasley said I should ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I would like the room to feel as if it's being lit by the moon.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Tu nešto sam utražila. Šta da sam nije? Aha, evo ga. Wow. Da. Dobro sam izabrala. Mnogo mi se sviđa. Jo, kako je lijepo.
Quite a
Mnogo lijepa
difference.
prostorija.
Of course, you needn't keep this style if you don't like it. You can always ask Deke to change it back. Now you have learnt a good bit about alteration.
Thank you, Professor. The room is full of possibilities.
Indeed.
Prelepa.
No matter how much time I spend here, the room always manages to surprise me.
Just je ovo. Ovo je neki tajni prolaz.
An even bigger space.
How did that happen?
The room equips itself to your needs. It must have sensed that you needed more space to practice spellcasting. If you'd like to customize the space further, you can use these spellcrafts. You'll find more of them both inside and outside the school.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep an eye out.
Good. I'll leave you to it. This is your space now. Use it wisely.
Ovo je sad naša soba i mogu reći da je prelepa i ja sam prezadovoljna i možemo da je preuredimo apsolutno kako želimo. Ja ne mogu da verujem koliko ovo dobro izgleda. Pogledajte ovo. Wow. Predivno. Ništa, mi idemo dalje do profesora Figa. Evo ne stižemo.
I was hoping to see you.
Jer ako opet treba da ga čekamo.
You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. Eldritch Diggory's portrait in the common room told me about his great niece, Helen.
His great niece?
Yes, she used to be an aura. Well, she took me to Azkaban to meet Anne Thisbe.
You went to Azkaban?
Quite an experience, but
Kako
you see,
nas da smo mi
Anne knew
bili do
Richard Jackdaw
Azkabana?
before he died. So I had to find his ghost.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book.
Aha, sad ćemo zajedno da vratimo knjigu ovdje, izgleda.
The room is called the Map Chamber, by the way, and a portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor
only
Rackham.
just-
I look forward to
Okay.
meeting him. How did this
Neko mi je u
Jackdaw get the
komentarima
pages from
napisao
the
da
book?
moram biti nevidljiva,
Evidently, he stole
kako bih
them,
mogla da
and
otvorim
Jackdaw
ovo.
stole them from him.
Ali ja sad ne mogu vratiti da ga otvorim.
Revelio.
Vjerojatno zato što imam sad ovu misiju. Ali probat ću neki drugi put. To ne smijem da izostavim. Profesor nas prati, a ja se igram. Stižemo.
To think it was beneath us all this time. This looks promising.
Joj, sad, ko zna što će sada se desi? Oh.
A map. There's Hogsmeade.
Što je
And
sad tu, šta koga sad
over
nešto
here, the Forbidden
povučaka
Forest.
dole?
And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent.
Šta si sad vidio? Sad je mene prepao.
If only you were here to see this.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the map chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical ability, the potential and power of which will unlock should you prove yourself worthy. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time, appear on the map. Trials that will test you and give you access to invaluable knowledge. Trials that you must complete on your own. Do you recall the pensive memory you viewed in my vault in Gringotts?
I do recall seeing the memory, but I don't remember all of the details.
My friend Charles and I spoke of the portkey and of trials we'd created for one who could see traces of ancient magic. Charles is another of the keepers, a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until perhaps now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however, bodes well. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials will inform what you choose to do with all that we share. You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Shall we have a look?
Ali ovdje krećemo
I
tek
know
sada.
that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
It looks familiar. Perhaps your young friend is more well-traveled than you might think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as I can.
Until then, be careful. And do not tell anyone where you're going.
Sad ćemo da vidimo, da ćemo da pronađemo to mesto. Vidim kako izgleda. Mi trebamo da idemo u tamo pravcu. Ok.
It's time you learned, Glacius, the freezing spell. It is an efficient way to cool down a heated situation. But first, I will need you to complete a few tasks. Once you've done that, come and see me.
Ok, ništa. What are you up to now? Brzat ćemo malo proces da stignemo do tamo. S obzirom da mi do tog mjesta treba 1023 koraka metara, što god ne znam ni ja. ide to predaleko. Ja sam odlučila da se vratim do prodavnice i da kupim metlu i da doletim do tamo.
You're back. Nice to see you again.
Hajde da kupimo nešto pametno.
What are we looking for today? That item is of the highest quality.
To će sad mi kaže za svaki 100%.
That item is of the highest quality.
Pa da. Šta bi drugo bilo? Ova ne izgleda loša. I ova nije loša, izgleda zanimljivo. Uzet ćemo ovo.
You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. Thanks for stopping by.
Putić.
Once you've beaten Imelda's time, be sure to let me know.
Okej, flight test. Tu sam bila. Često uzela
Can't
sam
help but admire
taman
Mr.
pare.
Weeks' enthusiasm.
Taman da vratim ovo što sam potrošila. Ovdje sam našla neke rukavice. Da vidim šta ima dalje da se radi. Prije nego što se pronađem sa profesorom Figom, ja sam odlučila da kupim metlu kako bih brže stigla, jer mi je potrebno 900 i nešto 1000 koraka da stignem do tamo. To bi trajalo večnost i mislim da nema smisla. A i mislim i cijenim da bi bilo zanimljivije da do tamo stignemo sa našom metlom. Tako da sam ja odlučila da ja kupim metlu, ali da bih mogla da letim, ja moram prvo da završim sve ovo ostalo. Tako da hajde da završimo i to.
Imelda Reyes? Albie Weeks sent me.
Did he now? Still tinkering with his broom upgrade, no doubt. I tried to help him once. He nitpicked my flying technique, and that was the end of that. The nerve. Why is he roping you into his broom testing silliness? You've barely started flying from what I know. Caught wind of you showing off in flying class with Clopton.
I don't know what people have said, but I certainly wasn't showing off.
Tell that to the rest of the school. But it doesn't matter.
Ja mislim da smo
Everyone knows that class is
preskočili
only for beginners, troublemakers, and bumbling baboons.
sletanje u
But for some
potpunosti
reason, now people think you're competition. Ugh, I can't be having
i da
that.
želimo da
Perhaps I
letimo
am
bez toga.
competition.
You're not even
To je
Slytherin.
istina.
Could be a useless squib for all I know.
Nema
Enough
veze,
of
hajde
this.
vidim šta mogu da uradim što
Only
pre.
one way to find out who's the better flyer. I hold one of the fastest times on this course. Let's see if you can beat it. Slytherin versus Hufflepuff.
Protiv Slytherina igramo.
Actually, why not? I can beat your record.
I'm so looking forward to seeing you lose.
Hajde probamo. Vidim da li ću da uspem to. Uf, kako ono beše. Uf, ne, zaboravila sam da ta... Gotovo, ja sam ga sad nadrljala.
This is rather fun. Now that's more like it.
Opa. Ja sam samo jednu čast letela, ovo nije fair. A to kad hoću da idem... Znate ono kako kažu, preko veze. A tako i ja sam... Op. Ajme još malo... Iš se gore, žena, gdje ćeš? Prebrzo mi je ovo. Gdje sam otišla? Prvo ću duhatim ove balone. Op, to je to. Ajde još malo. Maščica. Annchika love good. Jo, gdje joj dade to prezime? To je to, stigli smo.
That's not... You must have cheated, you... Oh! Fine. You won. Don't think this is over. You can't determine skill from one single trial.
Surely my win means something.
You're not terrible, but you're still going to have to prove yourself if you want to earn my respect.
Challenge accepted then.
Perhaps you have what it takes after all. We shall see.
Ja sam uspela da kupim ovu metlu i bez dodatnog časa letenja, ja sam se ipak snašla da uzem da letim, tako da idemo da se pronađemo sa profesorom Figom, da vidimo šta nas to čeka. Evo imamo točno 1200 koraka.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Gdje su baloni? Drži prvom da ih probušam, ako ne budem pala.
This is utter nonsense. I've never heard such rubbish in all my life.
Stišan. Jako me zanima što će da nas čeka tamo. Ja sam nestrpljiva, ne znam za vas.
I should dismount here.
Op, zaglavila sam se. Evo ga. Stigli smo. Nikad brže. Je to mesto.
Over here.
Stigo je.
We're not alone.
We are not. Ranrock's loyalists. Around a dozen I can see, but could be more.
Can't we apparate past them into the tower?
We could, but we've no idea what's in the tower. More importantly, however, I'd like to know why they're here. They've set up camp just ahead. I suggest we investigate a little before doing anything else. Let's go.
Uf. Idemo desno. Nemoj čiča.
Quickly now. Oof. I suppose we could charge right into their mist.
Greška. Greška. Izvini, profesore. Greška, moja greška, prosti. Ja ga napala.
Why don't you come up here and fight me? Why can't I hit you?
Moram se vratimo nazad. Ali ovi su nas primijetili, traže nas. Kako su nas i nevidljive vidjeli, čoveče. Opa. Upsile. Gotovo, sad ćemo da sakrivati. Da pokupim i ovo. A to mogu da mu bacim na glavu. Hajde da ih pobijemo, zašto da ne?
Hello? Rather I'm white.
You're dead. Još jedan. Mnogo još jedan. Gotov si, bre. Hajde da istražimo malo ovdje da imamo šta ima.
Orders. Directly from Ranrock.
These orders indicate that they're after something to do with names. What names? And why here?
Imena. Kakva imena? Što kaže?
Rebellion.
Hajde da vidimo šta ima. Što se desilo?
I will draw blood.
Aha, probaj samo. Sad živiš. Gotovo si. Ne, nije da teta gotovo.
Many goblins have always been antagonistic towards wizard kind. This is different somehow.
Ja mislila da teta gotovo. A sad moramo da uđemo unutra.
Looks like we found the entrance.
An unlocking charm.
Very handy. No time now, but if you don't learn it soon enough, we can work on it back at the castle.
Oh, evo ga. Stigli smo. Aj sad da pričam s ovim profesorom.
Hello, Professor. Did you say Sanbakar's tower?
I did. Professor Bakar is a keeper you have yet to encounter. I'm glad to see that I was correct in presuming that we would meet again soon after our last encounter, though I surmise, based on the commotion I heard, that you did not have an easy time getting to me.
We did not, Professor. We encountered goblins outside the tower.
That goblins were aware of my vault is disquieting enough. But if they have also made a connection to this tower, then the threat may be greater than I thought. All the more reason for us to move forward. Downstairs, near the entry, a reservoir of ancient magic, like those you've seen before, has been unlocked. Command it to access a doorway. I'm afraid I cannot say more. As Professor Fig cannot join you, he and I will, in time, see you back at the map chamber. Remember what you see.
We're going to need to understand how Ranrock's loyalists knew about a tower that once belonged to a keeper. For the moment, however, you've more important things to set your mind to. A reservoir of ancient magic, I believe?
Yes, sir.
Then I shall leave matters in your increasingly capable hands. That said, be careful.
I will, sir. I'll see you back in the map chamber.
Sad treba da uđemo unutra.
The reservoir of ancient magic. Downstairs, near the entry.
Evo nas. Opa. Uspjeli smo. Samo da me ne napadne nešto ovdje, ima da se prepadnem.
I've seen this before. In Gringotts and the restricted section.
Ovdje smo već bili.
Impressive. That must have done something. Best have a look around. More traces of ancient magic. Something must be different.
Evo nas.
These look familiar.
Evo ga. Pronašla sam naočare.
More statues.
Ne mogu ništa da radim s njima. Nice. Tako je gotovo. Gotovo sam. Ovo je drvno. Gotov je, uspjela.
Not making this easy on me.
Moram da idem gore. Evo ga. Blizu sam. Ali vam možda prođe ispod. Ajde, padni slobodno.
What did that burst of magic change on both sides of the archway? Something must be different. Seems I ought to explore this archway from both sides.
Kapiram. Kad sam tamo, onda vidim.
I need to see how the room changes when I move in and out of the archway.
Moram prvo doći do ovdje, da ovdje ostavim ovo. I onda moram da se vratim nazad kroz ovo. I dođem u ovu prostoriju. Ne. Da uđu u ovu prostoriju ovdje. O, kako sad se popnem gore, moram da prođem van za stepenice.
So that's it. I need to use both sides of the archway to get the platform to the other side of the bridge.
Stigla sam.
I'll never get used to these floors.
Ove stepenice se pomeraju. Jezivo. I stigli smo do jednog dijela, to je ono što sam htjela da vam kažem. A šta nas čeka dalje, vidjet ćete u sljedećoj epizodi, tako da ostanite malo strpljivi. Jer ćemo ovdje napraviti malu pauzu. Priznajem da je i ova epizoda bila jako zanimljiva, mogu vam reći da sam se pomučila dok sam skapirala kako da iskoristim i onu metlu, međutim uspela sam na kraju to da uradim. A što se tiče ove emisije oko knjige, ostatak vidjet ćete u sljedećoj epizodi. Ono što bih ja uvek rekla na kraju to je čuvajte se, čuvajte sebe, čuvajte drugi, volite i bit ćete valjni, volim vas puno i ljubi Annchika. Vidimo se.